welcome back to the channel. Today you join me out, I don't know where we are, what are we?
Well, they call this part Double Dykes, so it's the left-hand side of Southbourne, just before Hengersbury Head.
So if we don't catch anything, we've heard Danny that because he's dragged me here tonight.
So,
yeah, so that's where we are, Double Dykes. I've never fished here before. Danny gave me a ring and he said, you want to come down and try for some sole and a ray. So here we are.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on you tonight then.
Yeah, well, we've had some good results here before. So when I've been down here previously with Riley,
Yeah.
Riley had a nice blonde ray last time we fished here, a couple of spotties and some fawnies. A bit hopeful more on the small lides. Obviously, a lot of people will tend to fish the bistro end and Fisherman's Walk. At the moment, that's getting absolutely hammered and probably overfished a little bit. So give it a little bit of a respite down here. Fish this end where not a lot of people have fished because of the ongoing groin works.
Yeah.
So hopefully now that's all settled down over the last couple of weeks. We've had a bit of rough weather. The wind direction's changed in our favour and calmed it down a bit. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, cross fingers. So that's where we are. Danny's just give you a lowdown because I've never fished here before. We're going to be targeting ray and sole,
Yep.
cross fingers. So what I'll do is a minute now, as usual, I'll turn you around to show you the equipment I'm going to be using, rods, reels, rigs, and then after that we'll jump in, showing how bait up for the sole, bait up for the ray, and then after that then we'll nip up to see what Danny's tactics are, and cross fingers then we can get into some fish for you.
I think mine are completely different from yours.
100%. Right, the rods and reels I'm going to be using tonight are my old faithfuls. I got them coupled up tonight with the both competition Nagas. I got my casting specials, £20 brace, £80 shock leader, and on the rigs at the moment I've got the one up, one down, and then on the other one I've got my up and over pulley rig. One's out maximum distance and the other one's out about 40 yards. And what I'm going to do is then, I have baited up and over, just plain up and overs in there, and what I'll do is I'll put those on and we'll keep it alternating the distance casting. Yeah, new mark, I've never fished here before, seems quite interesting. After speaking to Danny and all that, and cross fingers, we can get into a couple of sole and some nice ray. Yeah, I love fishing new marks, it's exciting, isn't it? So yeah, I did put a plain lead out like as I always do and wound it back in, and it's pretty similar to Southbourne. You got your distinct gullies, and I couldn't find any features. That's all it was, there's a gully close in and there was a gully about 80 or 90 yards out. So I'll be trying to target them this evening, and cross fingers, we can get into some fish for you. Right, we just had a quick look now at the rods and reels I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'll quickly run you through the rigs for tonight. Whatever rod I'm going to bring in first, I've got baited up here. You've seen it before, the up and over pulley rig, and on there I've got a single ragworm on a 3-foot snud, and then it comes down, and then I've got a 5-ounce showcast hybrid lead, and that comes down to another 3-foot snud and a ragworm. And that's the one I'm going to be casting maximum distance. As we spoke about, that rig is absolutely amazing. It allows you to cast long snuds, miles. Clips down perfect and casts like a bullet. And then on my other rod, which I'm going to be targeting the ray, and I'm going to try this at variant distance, I've just got a bog standard up and over pulley. I've got a 6-ounce grip lead. The rig body is 75-pound xenon, and the hook length is 75-pound xenon because I'm fishing at darkness. I've got a size 2/0 semicircle and a size 2/0 J-hook, and on there is double sand eel and squid. And what I'm going to do with that is start out maximum distance and work it back in, and I'll do that with both rods. Yeah, so exciting, man. I've never fished this mark before, so cross fingers we can get into some fish for it, because it's quite easy to get to. This venue is. You park over by Hengersbury Head and the siding, walk straight across. It looks like a golf course, to tell you the truth, and then you pop out and then you come down here. I think I'm about 2.5 miles from where I normally fish. Yeah, so cross fingers, we can get into the target species tonight, a nice sole and a ray. But yeah, the weather conditions are absolutely perfect. It's not cold, there's no wind, the tides are perfect, so that's all we need is the fish to play ball. Yeah, I've been fishing now for about half hour. We have first 2 casts I didn't have anything, and then Danny wound in and he caught my left hand rod, so I wound it in. On the up and over pulley rig I had a pouting and there was a whiting on the other one, but because me and Danny were tangled, we chucked the whiting back in. But yeah, the tide is just starting to turn now. and it's proper flooding, so cross fingers, the fish can come on. I don't want to be catching these all night, so hopefully I'll get this fella back now. I don't want to be catching pout all night. But cross fingers. Danny's had about 3 pout in he has, the small ones. I think this is about the biggest fish we've had so far. So a little pouting. But I'll get him back now, and cross fingers, we can get into something other than pouting. Oh, I'm on my 4th cast now. The issue we are having, which Danny did say about, is pouting and whiting. We're having 2 or 3 a chuck. Danny's fishing just to my left now, up on the groin, and Danny's having 2 or 3 a chuck about 30 or 40 yards out. But I've got a little bit of a better bite on this one now, so I'm hoping. Yeah, the issue we're having is pouting and whiting. There's bloody loads of them here, it is. Danny's up, just fishing up. I don't know if you can see when I try my head torch. Danny's fishing right by the groin. And he's just bringing loads of pouting and whiting in here. Yeah, as you can see, which I just spoke about, I had double sand eel, but there, double sand eel on the top, and I got a jumbo pout and a whiting. There's loads of them out there. Yeah, we're casting out now, and within about 4 or 5 minutes your rod's going, and there's loads of them out there. And that's an up and over pulley rig, and you can see there's a double sand eel for the ray, but there's loads of pouting and whiting out there, so I think it might be an issue. But they're not bad size whiting, to tell you the truth. I know Danny's kept a few because he wants to eat them, but I don't eat fish, as you know, so I chuck them back. But I'll get these 2 sorted out now, and cross fingers we can fight our way through these and get a ray and a sole for you. Oh, the issue we're getting now, there are absolutely hundreds of whiting out there. Danny's up at the groin, but then he's fishing a 3 hook flapper. He's getting 3 at a time. I've just got the up and over pulley rig on, and I'm getting 1s and 2s. But it's within about 4 or 5 minutes when it's out there, your rod's just getting bent over. So I think it's going to be hard work to try and catch a ray and a sole in this, because honestly, you set your lead in, and then as soon as you set the lead, your rod's going. But yeah, we're going to keep on trying. We're going to give it another hour and see if the whiting and pouting move off. But at the moment, yeah, it's just relentless with them. There must be bloody hundreds of them out there. Because Danny's even dropped it in closer now. Danny's fishing 30 yards out, sorry. And he's getting them straight away, but a little bit smaller, and the bigger ones seem to be a further distance out. But yeah, I think it's going to be hard work. I think it's just going to be a whiting video, which is not good. But we're going to keep on going to see if we can get a ray and a sole. But I think it's just going to be these all night, unfortunately. And I'm going to get him pop back now. And cross fingers we can get into a ray. Oh, I've just nipped up to see Danny now, because Danny, like we spoke about, is fishing by the groin, and he's having even more pouting and whiting than me. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly, now there is 2 or 3 pouting or whiting a chuck at the moment. Danny's got a... Oh God, you right down rods going like the clappers. Yeah, it's mad, man. You definitely are getting more fish up by the groin than me. I'm about, I don't know, about 50 metres down to the right. But I'm having 1s and 2s, but you're having 2s and 3s, aren't you, by the groin?
Yeah.
And only casting about 30 or 40 yards out.
I just started trying to go out a little bit further, just to try and get away from the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I noticed when I'd done that on the last cast, I had a double shot of sizable bass.
Yeah.
Sort of only sort of 43, 44 centimetres.
Yeah.
They went back nicely. But yeah,
the fish on there.
Plenty of fish about. It is literally 2 or 3 fish a cast.
Yeah. I was just saying that it's going to be hard to get a ray and a sole in this, because they're on this straight away, aren't they?
Yeah, literally. So I'm using 3-hook flapper, 10-foot rig with 3-foot snoods,
Yeah.
2.5 3-foot snoods, and just a little tiny yellow sequin, little yellow bead.
Yeah.
And yeah, it literally as soon as it hits the water, Camazan size 2 match hooks.
Yeah.
And it hits the water, doesn't matter what bait you put out.
No.
I've actually got a one of the pout that was gutted. I've got him out just in the gutter.
Yeah, it's a good shout actually.
For a bass, because the water is coloured. There is a little bit of surf.
Yeah.
Not as much as we'd usually like, but
No.
you never know. Like you say, that it'll either hit a conger or a bass. But yeah, trying to catch a ray tonight is sand eel, squid, anything else you put out there at range is just literally gone within seconds for the pouting and the whiting.
Yeah. But I am stopped them. Have you seen it? My both rods have just been going like the clappers. I haven't brought you back for all of them because I haven't generally had time. But like I spoke, I'm fishing 2 rods and I'm fishing at quite a distance. But as soon as you set the lead in, they're on there. Is he on there, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, this is great rod. This. So we tried the Gorilla Outbreak tonight, a budget rod. What are these? They retailed sort of just under £100, is it, Stu?
Yeah, they're good, man.
Absolutely fantastic for somewhere like here, Southbourne. Just goes to show you don't need £700 T900s or anything like that. These are absolutely fantastic for it.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've used it. Lovely little rod, and I probably will. I usually use the Tronics Aphex GT, which has got a little bit more grunt in it than this, but you know, this is absolutely fantastic. Lovely. I love this rod. It's great. Certainly be good on like Southampton waters for flounder fishing.
You got him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come round here. I'll move up your way now.
A little bit more weight on that this time.
Yeah, it's hard work at the moment. Busy, I tell you what, now it's keeping me warm. He's gone to the... Another triple shot.
Nice.
Fish I'm having is Danny casting over me out there. There's Danny coming up now.
There we go, I've got a trouble shot of whiting.
Yeah, we've just seen Danny winding that in, as you can see. That's been out there for about 5 minutes since we've been talking.
Yeah.
And a triple shot of sort of sizable whiting actually.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all over 27.
Yeah.
So, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
And it's actually nice to see the pout making a comeback as well, because the last couple of years has been quite desolate with the pout. But this year they seem to have made quite a nice comeback. We've had you've had a couple of decent sized pout tonight as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's certainly been a few about, and you don't usually get that many down here at Southbourne.
No.
So, but there you go, they're all nicely unhooked. Let's go put them back.
Yeah.
Obviously think about fish conservation. Now get them in the water.
Cheers, Dan. Yeah. As you can see, it's going to be hard work to get a decent sole. And any sort of ray in that. As you've seen, but that was 5 minutes. Danny already just cast out when I got you. And then when we were speaking, his rod started going and he's got a triple shot of whiting. So I think it's going to be hard work done. But we're going to keep going now. Danny's going to wipe his hands.
I'm not even going to change the bait. I'm going to put the same bait out there because there's a little bit on each hook.
Yeah.
Just to prove how prolific it is and see how long it takes me to wind in another 3.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep on going and we're going to try our best to get a ray or a sole. But I think the whiting are going to be too much for us tonight. Enjoyable fishing, though. If you want to come down for a feed and you like eating whiting, definitely recommend this mark anyway. But I'm going to get back to it now and cross fingers we can get into that ray. Yeah, I didn't turn the microphone on, right? Apologies, but we were just speaking there. Obviously, Danny brought that triple shot in. He didn't even change the bait. He cast it back out, and within 3 or 4 minutes we were standing here, and his rod just bent right over. And as you've seen, he had a jumbo pout in there. I thought that was going to be bigger. I thought he was going to have a bass.
I did as well, yeah.
But yeah, as you can see, the fish at the moment is madness with whiting and pouting. The hard work. It's going to be hard work. I've come down for a break, I have, because all I've been doing is just, I got 2 rods out of distance, it's just baiting up, because as soon as you cast out, the fish are on there straight away. But they're not bad size whiting, to be honest, are they? So if you want to come down for a feed, I would definitely come down to this mark if you like your whiting, because a lot of them are quite, you know, good edible size. But Danny's had his left hand rod. He had half a side of pouting on it, and he had his cast it out for the bass, but nothing. Fish again. Usually just cast that out now, then chuck that pouting back, and it's going again.
3 times in the same lot of bait.
And he hasn't changed the bait 3 times. But yeah, like I spoke about, it's going to be hard to get anything other than a pouting and white. I think it'd just be a bingo fish, to tell you the truth. Hopefully you can land by a ray or a sole, and they can get on it before the whiting doing it. Because that hasn't been out a minute now, and it's bouncing in the stand, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a fish in there, Dan.
The trouble is, you know what it's going to be. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You just know it's going to be white and
Yeah.
pouting at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. But we're going to keep on going now to catch more pouting and whiting. But if we do come back with anything other than a pouting or whiting, it'd be a miracle, let me tell you.
Even the dogfish haven't showed up tonight.
No. Yeah, just come back down from talking with Danny now, and I think the plan is, what I'm going to try and do is now, it's just go massive baits. I know we're trying for the sole, but any ragworm or frozen blacks is just getting hoovered up by the pouting and whiting. So I'm just going to put a whole squid on, I think, on one rod, and a nice big chunk of herring to see if that will stop it. Because at the moment, I'm just frantically baiting up and then casting out. And then when you wind it back in, there's even more on there. So it's going to be hard work. I think there's a fish on here now. Yeah. It's practically speed fishing. It's not even turned enjoyable anymore, because you're just casting out, setting the lead, and then your rod's bouncing. But Danny's definitely getting more fish than me. Just casting in front of that groin. I'm just down a bit, and I'm casting a little bit further. So I'm getting a better class of whiting, but I'm not getting them as much as Danny. Oh God, I stuck fast. Well, I am absolutely broken. I can't catch any more whiting and pouting, honestly now. I can't, I'm just sitting there baiting up. I'm not even enjoying my fishing now. So what I've done is, I've taken that off. So what I've done is I've gone for both up and over pulley rigs now. I've got half a herring on my left hand side, and this one's going to go back out now, and I've got locally caught squid head and all his guts, and I've whipped it all out. And I'm going to cast that about 30 or 40 yards into our first gully, and I'm going to leave the whole herring out, which is about 80, I would have thought, because I can't just sit there. That's all I'm doing, is baiting up sand eel, casting out, sitting down, just baiting up, and then I look up and my rod's going, baiting up, winding in. So I can't be doing that. I've just massacring the pouting and whiting at the moment. The whiting are going back, but as you know, pouting never go back. So I can't do that all night. Danny's up there, mind, and he's still pulling them in because Danny likes eating whiting. So he's kept the bigger one, so him and his wife and boy can have food tomorrow with them. But I'm just going to all out big baits now, and see if I can just sit and have a little bit of a longer soak, because any small finger size bait is just getting hoovered up by him. And it's a fish every cast, but it's quick, man. Within about 5 minutes, you know, when your rod's bending over. But yeah, it's good fishing. If you like that style of fishing, come down here, and if you like eating whiting and all that, you'll have a good fill here, let me tell you. But that's my plan now, is because otherwise I'm just sitting here baiting up and I'm not even enjoying it. But yeah, probably won't have so many fish, but I can just sit down and have 5 minutes with a bigger bait and leave him have a soak, and see if that will put off the whiting and pouting, and see if I can pick up a ray. I unfortunately the sole plan is out of the window because any rag bait, that's even quicker, that is. So that's my plan now of attack. Go big or go home, and then just sit down and have 5 minutes. That's me and Danny done now. We have been absolutely hammered with whiting and pouting. But you've had a few bass.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Two sizable, well, 3 bass, 2 sizable.
Yeah.
Straps.
Yeah.
What else? Well, that's it. Spouting, whiting, straps, and
Yeah.
bass. Sadly, no rays and sole.
No, not a
The
chance.
good thing is we've had no dogs.
No. I know. That's one good thing.
Even in the match last night up the Hamble River, we were catching dogs, which is unheard of. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy, man. But we've come here now because the wind has proper changed direction, and it's cold.
Yeah, it's down to a northeasterly, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's proper swung round. So we've come by this little bit of a breakwater out of it to face along. But we've honestly now we've tried our best. Danny's caught a lot more fish than me, but he's been fishing next to this groin. Definitely a fish holding feature. You've done really well, you have. Right, stuck it out on bent. Not probably half as many fish as Danny, but yeah, relentless. Sometimes it's not enjoyable when it's like that because you're just baiting up, winding in, baiting up, winding in. I did for the last half hour go to 2 big baits, but like I just had a chat with Danny, they come back totally untouched. Old squid 40 yards out, and quite a big chunk of herring wrapped with a bit of squid about 60 yards out, but nothing at all, absolutely untouched they were.
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, because I've been putting out the big baits as well, and mine have been coming back absolutely mullered. Yeah. From all the whiting and the pouting, but yours not so much.
No.
But I had one really good bite. Don't know what it was. Small pout, and sort of like the back end of it had sort of been battered. So probably a conger, I think maybe. It didn't look like a bass kind of bite. It just pulled it round as opposed to slammed it round. But
yeah,
you know, it's been good. It's been enjoyable. It's been hard work.
Yeah, definitely hard work.
Constantly on the go, baiting up and casting out. Apart from I think I had 4 casts on the same 3 baits.
Yeah, that was funny.
Before I then had to put new bait on.
Yeah, we recorded that one, which is brilliant. But yeah, that's us now. We've got our last cast out. It's absolutely freezing and we need to get back.
And the rain's coming in.
And the rain's just started now. But yeah, hey, thank you very much for watching. I can only apologise we had no ray and no sole field, but we'll come back out again. But it's a lovely mark. If you want to come down for eating fish, you could definitely fill your freezer up with table size whiting. Yeah, but thank you very much for watching. And if I don't see you on the beach, I'll see you on the channel. And that's Danny Panther.
And that's Stuart Jones.